Are we gonna get her? Can you hear me?
No? Yeah, no?
We good.
Yes.
We are good. What's happening?
Outstanding. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, that's a little bright, eh? Like I'm
I don't
like
know.
washed right out. That's
You look
better.
clean today. You look clean today.
I don't feel it. I feel like I'm like kind of just like hanging out in my Marvel hoodie. Like this is my comfy hoodie, right? Thanks, Jenna. So this is my comfy hoodie that I just wear when I'm like, you know, I just don't really want to put much effort into me today.
That's
Not
me
not in
most
regards
days.
to what I'm wearing.
Yeah, that is me most days. I am in very similar attire for the most
Oh, I
part. Jenna, how
suppose
are
I
you doing today?
shaved too. I shaved, so maybe
Maybe
that's what.
that's what it is. Maybe that's because, yeah, you are coming across just looking next level today, bud.
Well, thank you. That makes me feel good. It's kind of like when you get the applause stuff that Jenna sends our way.
Jenna's always sending love. I'm digging it.
That she is.
How was the
She's the
day, Scott?
best.
I didn't really chat with you today. Did you make some headway or what?
Made some. We'll get into
Yeah.
it in a second, but for the time being, everyone can go up and do the poll right up
Oh,
here.
what's the poll today?
You want to know what the poll is, Ashby?
I do. I want to hear it.
No, that's not the poll I wanted to put up. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties here.
Okay, well, it's a good thing we checked.
That's right. Here you go. This is the poll I wanted to put up today. So please, if you haven't already, go up here, check the poll, and then vote for your answer. So this is very self-serving. I admit it up front, but it
Okay.
was. Would you recommend this live cast to others? Hell yeah, or meh, nah.
I like that one because in my circles, some like I say, we haven't had a chance to talk, but like I've been getting some wonderful feedback, and like I feel like this community is just and I do like to think that they're all being totally real with us, like um people like one person, and I'm not going to drop a name, but said today like I'm actually like in it's only been a little bit we've been doing this, but they're like, I actually look forward to 5 o'clock now when I get to just dive on and tune in. So
Well, that's great to hear. I wish you
yeah,
would name drop. Maybe you can name drop later. But
maybe
for
later.
anyone
Yeah.
that's in here actively watching right now, we don't start until we get to 1,000. So let's do those finger crunches.
Yes. I got a taste of that myself today. So I jumped on there to see Jeff live just before this, and I shouldn't say just before this, it was probably an hour ago, but the last hour just flew by. But I was on there, just like, it was actually Jenna sent me Jeff's live, and he is applying so much of what we learned. I just love to see it, man. And he seems so comfortable, and just, he's really settling into this in a short period of time. I think Jeff's deadly. I hope he makes an appearance tonight. But like,
Yeah.
regardless, it was wicked to see.
Yeah, he's great. Doing some really special things. Hey, Courtney,
Hey,
welcome.
Courtney.
We've got some Jenna comments here. So doing great. I've been nonstop with calls and lives. Yeah, like that's kind of how my day's gone too. Not quite as intense as yours, Jenna, but we'll talk about that in a second. It won't let me vote, but heck yeah. So anyone that's just entering the room, we've got our nightly poll up here. We've got 2.5 minutes or so to go to vote, and once we get to 1,000 likes, we're gonna roll right into it. So, what did you get up to today, there, Ashby?
So today was another pretty hectic day. Like, I was planning on working on some more back end stuff. So I've been working on putting a freebie together, and I like to think that I'm putting a crazy amount of value in this thing. Like I'm really trying to jam pack it to really knock some people back. And it's been a lot more time than I anticipated, but I feel like I'm preparing like a hell of a product that I'm super proud of and happy with. So I was up till about 3:34 in the morning. If you can't see the bags under my eyes, just getting worse every day because I'm I get it consumed. Like when I get in a zone, I really like to just keep on rolling until I just truly, start dozing. So that was my night last night. And then this morning I got up and started chipping away at that. And then I ended up on a couple, 2-hour calls, and that was incredible. So can I take 2 minutes here, Scott, and answer that?
Of
Or?
course you can.
Okay, so in trying to roll out my product and my business, um, I've been sort of getting the reps in behind the scenes here. So what I mean by that is I've kind of offered my services to a couple people, um, just to sort of see, like they openly admitted in a hurry that they were kind of in a similar spot that I thought they were in, and I feel like I could help out in that situation. So I offered my service, and it was welcomed with open arms, and it's been like it's allowed me to get some reps in. And man, I feel like I'm really settling into this, and turning it into something that I had envisioned and even a little bit more. So it's been an incredible couple of days.
That's awesome, man. That's really good to hear. And, maybe I'll just like, I've seen it, right? Like, you even see some of the comments in the comment section every night about Ashby, thanks for getting on the phone with me. And this morning when I was driving to go drop off the bratty kid at daycare, that's when I sent you that text I sent. And, like, I have no shame mentioning it here. Like, I've really appreciated the connection you and I have had. So I just felt inspired to reach out to you and let you know exactly what I appreciate about you. So I had a boss 10 years ago. He was fantastic about that.
Yeah.
Always checking in, and like not just checking in, but like he would send you a text randomly saying, you know what? I really appreciated XYZ that you did today. And because you did that, we got 1, 2, 3 solution. And that always left an impression on me. And it was something that I still think about today. I'm sharing that story with you guys right now. And it's a piece of someone that I was around for a long time that I wanted to work into who I am today. And, you know, outside of that's how I truly feel about what you're doing with this community, that's kind of where I learned that from.
Hey, that was a very welcome message that I kind of got my day rolling with. So I appreciate you, man, and I very much feel the same way. Like you've I truly don't know if I would have made this leap to get to where I am today. And make no mistake about it, I got a long ways to go, right? But I sat stagnant for a long time, and my future in this space was pretty uncertain for a while. And I'm happy to say that like it's not. I have a vision. I have some good direction, and I've been implementing. I think everyone who I truly value is going to value what I have to provide. And like I don't think I would have put this together without you, brother. So I do appreciate you. And these lives right here have really kicked me off to where I feel much more comfortable to take on the odd one while you're back to the grind, brother. Like I'm gonna miss you, and I know that we might be able to reschedule some things and make it work. But like I sure hope we can, because like I thoroughly enjoy this.
Well, and that's probably a good transition to, oh, feeling good, feeling
Yes,
good.
man. That's
Wait, before we move forward here, just like a virtual hug. Here you go, bro. There you go. Okay. Let's just run through the comments here real quick. I learned I can do about 6K likes in an hour by myself. That's from Jenna. Courtney had a nap. She needed it. Ian, I saw you on the workshop and it looked like you were either hiding from the police or you weren't feeling good. He's got the flu today. Ashby,
oh
how are the
shitty.
twins from Jenna?
What did she say? Sorry. How are the twins?
How are the twins with a panda bear?
Oh, with a panda bear.
Yeah.
Doing fantastic. Like Jenna, I want to say this about you. Like in every room that we get in, every community, and I think it all kind of coexists, but you are the hype girl behind all hype girls. You support on a level that most people truly couldn't wrap their heads around. Like you are the number one supporter for everybody here, and God, I appreciate you.
We've got no BS Mel in the room. We've got not Cullen, not Sierra, but Sarah in the house.
Sarah
Yeah.
in the house. Sarah, it's good to see you. Sorry we botched you yesterday. Was that yesterday?
Yeah. It's pretty much every day, but I think she might forgive us if we get it right for at least a week in a row.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Way to
good.
go, Ashley. You're asking for offers, or you're making offers, sorry.
I am.
That's from
Yes. Yeah. No, and again we talk about getting the reps in. I don't want to keep on kicking it, but like I think that applies to the lives or the content or your business. It just really truly applies in any of this. I'm not ashamed to say that this is still new to me and I'm still, getting comfortable and really settling in. So I think getting those reps in is like crucial. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Ashby, the niche whisperer. Yay, Ashby. You're getting a lot of love in here tonight. Um, so for anyone who doesn't know, he's talking about a dog. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing catch up on the comments. We were like when we were bro romancing there for a second, like we got a little bit far behind. Thanks for clarifying. You did that at my restaurant. My turnover was very low. Oh, shoot. Where are we here? Aw, thanks. Where are we now? Holy, we got really far behind. Okay, we're at
See,
2.8. Hey guys, stop doing comments for a second or two and just hit the screen. Give us lots of love. I gotta play catch up here. Um,
this usually happens when I take over. So this one's on you, bud.
okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, he's talking about a dog. Ha ha ha. Thanks for clarifying. Builder, wise builder. Imagine someone totally new came into that. Sunglasses. Thanks, Jenna. Where are we at here? You guys are both awesome. Love all this. Jenna, LMAO. Yeah, what's going to happen when you go to work, Scott? I will talk about that in a second. Thank you. Yay, Jenna. Nailed it, Scott. Yeah, we got it right. Sarah. Sarah? Not to be confused with
Sarah
Sierra, but Sarah.
nailed it.
Accent, right? So it's confusing. Um, okay. I'm about to make an offer. Ha ha ha. Okay, I think we're close. Okay. Hi hi. Heather is here. Heather's in the
Heather,
house.
good to see
Okay,
you.
so let's address that first. So everyone knows headed back to work starting Monday. Typically my day is long, but right now I'm just going back to the office to kind of get re-engaged. So I talked to Ashby today, and starting Monday, we're going to be moving these from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So 5 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock our time. So if we transition to an Eastern time zone, that would be moving from 7 to 8. And I can appreciate that sometimes that means it's a later night for the people, especially out in the East, but it's that's kind of our only option. But we really want to keep doing this. We're loving it, like we say on every live cast, but that's how we're going to be able to make this work moving forward. So starting Monday, it will transfer from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 to 7. No more, no later. We shut her off at 7.
No BS. Mel says I'll still be here. Tamara jumped in. Tamara, appreciate you. It's good to see you. We had a good chat yesterday, so yeah, I appreciate you.
Did you
And
realize that like Oprah and Tamara, like I never really put that two together until just now, but
and that's a good point. You get a like. You get a like. You get a like.
everyone gets a like. Okay, it's doable from Ian. Man, I just hope you feel better. Hey, Chicky, works for me from Courtney. Hey, just an update on the logo. Went ahead with the logo from Courtney. She sent me the source file. Thank you again, Courtney. I really appreciate that.
Definitely, that was
Um,
nice of you to do, Courtney, and it turned out great. You did a good job.
Jenna says, well, I will start putting my 7 p.m. CST calls onto my laptop and keep my phone on for this. Man, Jenna, just
She,
hardcore.
she can multitask like the best of them. I'm sure she's an animal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're welcome. Service is now open. Anyone looking for logo services, please reach out to Courtney. Um, where should we go today? I actually have a
Well,
quote. I have a quote for everyone.
I don't have any jokes for anyone today, so let's go with a quote. That sounds better.
You will find a joke. I know you will. I got faith in you. So the quote, it kind of like, I was thinking about it this morning, and I think a lot of the stuff we've been talking about lately, there seems to be a few like kind of common threads. And I was reading some things this morning, and a quote popped out at me, and I thought it was very relevant to what we've been talking about. And what I mean about the one thread that is kind of popping into my mind right now is the whole quest for perfection that causes us to just spin our wheels instead of just failing forward fast. And this quote actually comes from Stephen Hawking. So one of the smartest men that has ever lived. One of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Without perfection, neither you or I would exist. So I thought that was really interesting how, like we're imperfect, right? So why are we constantly chasing perfection and delaying progress in the quest of perfection when nothing will ever be perfect? It's one of the rules of the universe.
Yes, see, and I know that I'm guilty. I'm glad you had that one today because that's a big one. I feel like I talk about it every day where I strive for perfection and yet there isn't a perfect digital product that exists here. There isn't a perfect anything, you know? So I think it's a good thing to strive to, like you said yesterday, always exceed expectations if and where you can, right? Like I think that's big, but at the same time, that is not perfection. That's just going that next step, that next level, trying to do the best that you can do, right? So, and Mel says guilty. I think we're all guilty of that. I know that hung me up for months. And I'm not even ashamed to say it. Like that hung me up for fucking months.
Yeah,
So
and I think it has for all of us at some point, right? It just seems to be right now, it's really in kind of the spotlight because of what we're all working towards, right? It just
yeah,
becomes that much more apparent, especially if you're trying to do it relatively on your own. It's very obvious when you're just in your head too much, not making any progress, worrying and just sitting there and spinning around about stuff that is not that important right now. Just
yeah.
do it, move forward, learn from it, and adjust.
Well, and another thing that I've learned, and kind of what steered me into the direction that I'm going is finding your niche, but not only that, also taking that and how to run with it and how to create your business from there, like how to fully monetize that. So it's a conversation that I've had regularly that we all tend to be guilty of this. We're holding ourselves to a higher expectation than it's probably unfair to ourselves to a certain degree, but like, and at the same time I still encourage hard work. I encourage to create something that you're proud of. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
perfect. You got to be proud of it.
that's right. That's right. Be proud of it, but also know you can improve on it. So don't get
Yeah,
hung up.
yeah, and
Um,
and it doesn't have to be permanent either, right? Like you can always make improvements as you go.
you can
So
always
that's
do a
something
180. You can
you
always
could.
do a 180 and change everything altogether.
Yeah, that's sort of the beauty of it. You can. You absolutely can. Nothing here is permanent.
So we got Mark in the house, might miss half of the new lives. Family dinner at
Mark,
6. Man, family time's important, so you do what you got to do.
you bet.
Jenna needs a joke. Sarah, not to be confused with Sierra. says, so true, Scott. Loved you saying failing forward. Mel is guilty. Who freaking defines perfect or success besides ourselves? Agreed, Jenna.
Yeah.
We can be our own worst enemy, says Sarah, not Sierra. Britt jumped in and said, all we can do is continue to grow little by little, the best that we can. I completely agree with that. Britt, I hope you're starting to feel better finally.
Yeah, I know you've been under
Yeah,
the weather, Britt. Thanks for stopping in, and I hope you're resting up and feeling better.
yeah. Heather says, yes, perfectionism is always, man, all these pop-ups. Perfectionism is always what holds me back. Love the quote, better than mine, which has been, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's
See,
right.
she even put that accent in there. It's very impressive. She got that in the comment section because there's a character limit. Heather, LOL, I like that, Heather. It's better to fall going upstairs than falling downstairs.
Ain't that the truth?
But when climbing a mountain, it's always better to fall going up than it is coming down.
Yes.
Trust me. I learned that.
I also know this from experience. Yeah.
Mel said it the same way. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay.
Well, let me ask you this: do we have an update today? Like, can we get a Scott update? Where
it's going to be narrow again today, but because, like, honestly, today was school day. Today felt like a school day, but I do have a little bit of an update. So, got some feedback. Mike and I went back and forth a couple of times today, but he was busy today, and I was busy because he was busy. Like we went live from, call it 10 after 8 to 9. Then he went right into the build lab call from 9 to, oh God, Jenna, he probably went closer to 12. And then we had the workshop at 1 till like 2:30, quarter to 3. So it was like school all day long with Mike today. But him and I were exchanging messages back and forth a little bit, got the feedback on the video. He's also in the middle of moving right now, so it's not like I'm getting constant feedback right now. He's got a lot of things on his plate.
For sure, yeah.
But we did agree that one of the most important things I need to do is do that kind of call to action piece on my VSL, edit it onto the end so I can put it up. He went, I walked him through my 4-page funnel today, said everything looks really good, kind of made a few points to me to make sure it's working properly, like tagging certain pages so that depending if they purchase or they don't purchase, that'll send them down the email train from there. Sure, we can get into that more maybe once I kind of get into that and I get my hands into that stuff. I don't want to spend much time talking about that today. And then I did a lot of work on that 10-day challenge today because if anyone was on the live this morning, he went into great detail. And then the build lab call went way deeper than that even on that $7 low ticket item funnel.
Yes, I do remember some talk around this. So I didn't make the workshop today, but how was it? Was it good?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Like, I'll let Jenna kind of maybe make some comments on what she thought, but I think it was pretty good. Nice. Overall. Like, it seemed like today was a very similar topic and everything, but he would have different questions that would lead us down different avenues around it. But the whole day, the information was really, really good.
Well, listen, Sarah's taken off, and the one and only, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got the man they whisper about by the water coolers all over North America. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred is in the building. Fred.
Yeah, I whisper about Fred around the water cooler too.
Most people do, man. It's a thing.
I don't think my dogs know Fred because they kind of give me this funny look, but I do whisper about Fred around the water cooler.
Yes, sir.
That needs to be a clip. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
We'll fit some sound clips into here. I'm going to start doing some editing.
Yeah. It's been rough. I've gotten worse, but hanging in there, that's Britt. So
Man, I feel like Britt's been down for a couple of days. It's got to be getting better soon.
You know what? Sorry, Britt. I think I sent you an invite, but I didn't mean to. I apologize. But The one thing I wanted to bring up now that I'm seeing Britt there is I had a friend request or a request to connect by a Brit that's pretending to be Brit, but not actually Brit.
Oh
And
yeah.
I saw that that same person's following probably 4 or 5 of the people in this room right now. So just be aware of that and report them.
Man, these fucking bots don't stop. The brick bot showed up, hey?
Yeah,
It does not stop, man.
it does not
Fred and
stop.
Fred and Sweaty Dude get all the water cooler talk. Yeah, Sweaty Dude. Brilliant, Fred. Absolutely brilliant, man.
Yeah, Jenna said it was only like a 25-minute break today. Yes, I think he went later today. He went quite late. Sorry to only stay on. Yeah, okay. Sarah's out. Have a good night. My homies, Fred. Yo, Fred. He put me on the spot with helping with the workshop. I was about to change a diaper. That's why I had you to help me. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jenna threw, like, it was kind of like a throw on the spot train because apparently Mike threw Jenna on the spot and then Jenna threw me on the spot, but we made it through. That was for the starting the workshop because Mike was trying to get a bite to eat in between
See,
different things.
that's what this community does. Just someone's carrying the ship, you know? Like,
That's right.
sorry, I think I saw a question. Was that Jackie? Jackie, how are you? It's good to see you. So she says, I'm setting up email system, was going to use Stan. Thoughts?
I don't think there's a wrong or right way if you're talking about Stan versus system. I think it's whatever your preference is. Stan will be simpler. It'll take you less steps to get set up, and it's kind of an easier transition. But I would say if you're trying to nurture traffic to lead generation to sale, a full funnel is probably, in my opinion, a better option.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think it's to each their own. It seems to be like a system preference, like however you find it user friendly. But like I know for me, I use system, and I personally love it. Like I think I've got it pretty dialed in. Yeah, Stan or system. So I lean towards system, and that's just I don't think it's better per se. I think it's just what I know and what I'm comfortable with, I find it works great. On that note, though, I do know Tamara shared it with me a while ago because I'm that guy that just scrolls through all the fucking garbage email that I really don't care to open. But I do know to just make sure that you're using a professional email address. I know Gmail is getting flagged all over the place and going straight into spam, and not just Gmail, but Outlook. There's a whole bunch of them. So thanks to Tamara, if she's still in the room, for sharing that with me because super useful information. If we're all doing this, the emails are a much I think they're truly the backbone of an automated system. So automation anywhere in your sales process, your emails are no good if they're just launching into junk mail all day every day. So it, I have business email. Yeah, it's that's all I would say on that note is just anybody who's operating without business email, just be aware of that a lot of it can be all for naught. So
Tamara's still here. She's just working on her business.
not a girl.
Vanessa says, as a Canadian, I use system. The exchange rate on $99 doesn't make it worth it at this time anyway. Yeah, fair enough.
And
Yeah,
with that being said, too, I want to make it clear that I'm not shitting on Stan either. I've heard nothing but great things. So just because I don't use it means nothing, you know?
yeah, and Ian was talking about another option. What was that? Penable? Is it
Oh,
Penable?
Pensite.
Pensite.
So Pensite is like a free version of Stan Store. I think most of the people in the room would be there. I love Pensite. Ian says, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's another option too. And I think it's free. Is it, Ian? Or is there a charge for Pensite? I know it used to be free,
I'm
but
pretty sure it's free unless you want like bells and whistles. But
okay.
like that's the one thing. Like in this game, if money's tight and you can't afford to invest a lot into it, you can do most of the things for free. It might not have all the same bells and whistles like we say, but you can absolutely get started without having to put money in. It will
You
just take
bet.
longer. You got to usually, it's like, I think, again, I feel like I'm an evangelist for Mike Gowans, but I'm pretty sure I heard this on Mike's lives so many times, and that is you're either going to invest money or time, and it's up to you to determine how you're going to invest those and the ratio of each. If you
Yes.
don't have any money, then you got to put in the time. If you don't have the time, then you're going to have to put in money to get things moving.
Yeah. And I fully agree from my experience, from my personal experiences. It's either you're investing in something, it's either time or money.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's bang on for sure. But and again, with when I said nothing is permanent, it like just jump out there sloppy if you have to, and run free programs. And then as you start to see a few bucks come in, then I always encourage people to invest in themselves, because I know for me that's the best money I've spent in a long time. And being a family man, I've never put myself on the top of the list. So to invest in myself like truly feels good, and I'm enjoying like reaping the benefits, you know?
Yeah. Has anyone worked with Flowdesk? I have not. So anyone in the comments, if you work with Flowdesk, please drop a comment in the comment section. Yes, I use Stan on the basic, but have email set up through system. Start free and upgrade later. Start where you are, and boom, you have a story for others. Yep. Guess who that came from?
Well,
Jenna.
of course, Jenna. I
Yeah.
just wanted to touch on a comment that Jackie made in regards to just the emails being a lot of work. Jackie, I'm going to send you a DM after at some point this evening, I promise. And even on here, Chat GPT. And I'm not saying that you need to be a copy and paste human being, but Chat GPT, if you have 30 emails you're trying to prepare per se, like these will absolutely give you an incredible guideline. And I personally, how I do it is I can prepare 60 emails through Chat GPT, and then I go through and I spend a few minutes on each one, tweaking them and making them my own, and something that I'm happy with, and then I kind of move on to the next one. So definitely on my end, probably saved me, I want to say roughly 20 hours in the last couple of days. And it's still something that, like, man, I can't even believe the world of AI. It blows me away on a daily basis. But something to maybe give a try. Chat GPT 4 is my new best friend, my best wizard buddy.
Yeah. Um, Jenna was asking if you saw today's offer, Ashby.
So I did, and I was about ready to pull the trigger. And to be honest, the only thing stopping me, and I said this to Mel earlier today, but the only thing stopping me is just the sheer amount of work that I have going on right now. Um, if I start going into the rabbit hole of like any more content, like I've said it before, and I don't want to just keep repeating myself, but I was drowning in content from Mike Gowans for somewhere in the neighborhood between 6 and 8 hours a day for a long time, while I was kind of standing there in my own way. And that's what got me moving. And now I'm scared if I stop, I won't go again. So I'm just like, I'm truly getting in a work only zone. And I will jump into the build lab as soon as I'm kind of caught up here.
You're like that big boulder on the beginning scene in Indiana Jones. Once it starts rolling, you just got to keep running.
That's it. Yeah.
So Britt just shared kind of a power move with Stan if you're choosing to go with Stan. If you sign up for their 14-day free trial, and I've heard this before, but thanks for bringing it up, Britt. If you cancel on day 13th, they'll automatically probably email you and say, sorry to see you go. Would 30 days free be of interest to you? So, Britt, maybe you can just clarify below. Is it 30 days total or 30 more days? So you end up having 43 days of free access.
Well,
Um,
and while she's getting back to us, just on that note, I just thought of this. But yeah, I think the thing with Stan is when you get to a point where you have 5 referrals, I believe, that have signed up. If you share a link in your Stan store, then your Stan store is free for you now too. So if you find that helps you in your situation, Ian, just pen site. I hear you, brother. I know, and I feel bad because I shit on it one time. I didn't shit on it, but I said I was a Stan guy, and I think I struck a chord with you. But you're probably right, Ian. I think pen site, like maybe we don't talk about it enough.
um, so Jenna says to Jackie, so many people are here ready to support. So yes, we're all here to support you, Jackie, any way we can. She's
Absolutely.
still trying to get to 1,000, so I'm a youngin. we're all in this journey together.
That's
Heather
right.
says you both are totally a man on a mission right now. I love it. She gives us a high 10. Give her a high 10.
And you know what? I appreciate you, Heather. You've been a lot of help for me in the last couple of days. So I definitely appreciate you.
Stan Store pays 500 a month to not promote anything else. What, Blue Castle? You gotta clarify that. I'm the odd duck with my kajabi. That's Jenna. 43
Well,
days free. I just like that Stan is customizable. I'm making a video on how to with can. Yeah, okay. So with Stan probably. Um, so Britt's putting together a
so,
little bit of a video, it looks like, on with Canva. I'm making a video on
oh,
how to do this with Canva. So that's awesome. So
sweet.
maybe we'll keep
Yeah,
an eye out for that.
yeah. I think that'd be helpful for sure, Britt. I think a lot of people would find that beneficial. God, I
Yeah.
just feel bad when you feel like shit. You're still showing up. I appreciate you.
Okay, we're into the second half of the show. We should probably kind of keep moving here. The one other thing that I did today is I did some work on my school.
Oh,
So
you did? Yeah.
not school. For anyone that doesn't know what school is, it's not SCHOOL. It's SKOOL, which is a software slash website that you can build your own communities with. Like one thing that, and Jenna, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but probably within the last month, one of the Build Lab calls, Mike went really deep into, okay, like you guys are worried about people ripping you off or stealing your content or remaking your course, and they're going to. But what is the one thing that they cannot duplicate? And that is the community experience that you can offer. So that's why he is very, very big on making sure that you build a community. You take the people that are coming in as traffic, leads, and sales and funnel them into a community where people can collaborate, but also go there to learn more, to educate, to just to intermingle with each other. Like that's basically how I built my relationship with Jenna, my relationship that's starting to grow with Jeff, with Josh, with all these guys that I've met because of Mike. We're building that relationship within the community he's building and on the lives, and of
Yeah.
course everyone's going around and supporting each other too.
If you that's a great point, Scott, because if you pay attention to I'd say probably the top three most successful courses or platforms out there. I think it's all their community that makes that like a unique spot, right? And say the roadmap for example, everybody that promotes it promotes on the course, but I think that community is probably worth the price tag on its own because it's grown so much, right? Like all these communities are jam packed with people, like a whole bunch of Jennas, maybe not quite as extreme as Jenna, like quite as helpful as Jenna, but like the communities are incredible, right? Like if you're one of those guys that's in the zone with work, you ask a question, and if you're waiting for a coach or something to get back to you, those communities will have an answer for you generally within like 15 or 20 minutes. Like it's incredible. That counts for a lot.
Yeah, and the one thing that I did with the community, just so everyone knows, because we talked about it on one of these calls, is I started uploading all of the replays of these live casts. So
Yeah.
I've started uploading all of those into school. So if you guys were thinking of doing the same thing, you start doing your own live sessions, and we've talked lots about it. Download it from the back end of TikTok, upload it. What you're going to have to do is upload it to an actual video directory. So something like YouTube, Vimeo, something like that. And then you use the link to post within the community. So just
I
something to
see.
think about when you get to that point is have
Sure.
yourself a YouTube channel, which is not hard. If you have a Gmail account, you can start a YouTube channel. I would recommend starting a new Gmail account that lines up with your business if you haven't already. So I started the Monetized Life at gmail.com, started the YouTube channel, uploaded the first couple of videos today.
Nice.
Um, I'm not spending a ton of time on right now on SEO and tightening up the YouTube stuff, but it's up there. It's available for people to look, to watch, and it's posted in the community. So I'm going to start pushing people through to the community here right away.
That's awesome. Yeah, and like you say, you can throw all that stuff up in the SEO side of things, chip away at it down the road when you got some time, right? But just get it up there.
Yeah. Now, maybe I'll just ask a question, and in the comments below, you guys let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you guys want to see like some sort of a tutorial video about what I just talked about, or you don't really care. So, want to see a video, a post, something to show you how I did it, or I'm good. Okay, so just let me know below. So let's hit the comments here. I like Stan for this reason. Also, Heather says back to Britt. Almost 10K likes, over 10K likes. Woot!
Yeah, you guys are incredible.
When I'm not in the slumps, that's from Britt. So she's gonna get better before she hits that up. When you become an ambassador for Stan, they pay you $500 a month, but you can't promote any other software.
I have heard that. It wasn't a terribly reliable resource, but I have heard that. So,
Okay. Yeah, exactly. The school also promotes people in your community to engage with value. That's how the points work. Oh, yeah, like it's kind of a gamification type of system. So if Jenna goes in like she does and posts all the time, it gives you points. And there's a leaderboard, and if you're being very helpful, it's kind of cool.
yeah, this is something that I'm going to get more involved in when I have some time. I like the Make Once web page is scary for me because I just end up like when I start looking at YouTube and I'm researching some digital marketing stuff, and then it's 4 a.m. and I'm watching guys get hit by buses or something like that. Like it gets on a runaway. So I'm careful to do that when I got a boatload of work. So I'm focused on work, and I'm gonna get into that community though. I plan on getting a lot more involved for sure.
It's funny you say that because you might watch things like people getting hit and accidents and stuff like that. Like me, my feed gets so dark fast, and I go down Canadian politics, and it's just
Oh
bad.
yeah, yeah. I've been there
Um,
too.
Maybe in the comments below, if you guys have already answered, thumbs up for the video to show you how I did that today, or thumbs down, no, you don't need it. Now, if you guys are done voting for that, because I haven't made it there yet, because we're getting behind again, but tell us in the comments below, where do you get sidetracked? When you're on TikTok, what is the type of video that sidetracks you? I love the idea as
That's
well that when creating content, speak to your followers that they are a part of our private community. I absolutely agree with you, Heather. I love that. I've been converted to school, Jenna. Heck yeah, you'll get my email for those valuable replays. Um, Mark's giving thumbs up. Jenna's giving thumbs up. Jackie's giving thumbs up. Get your poll
yes.
out, brothers. Yeah, I know. I know. I got lazy there, Heather. You're right. Thanks for calling me out. Love learning. Would love to see it. Okay, so I guess I got to make that. I get sidetracked. Tamara. I get sidetracked with Bert and Ernie's lives. I just need thick eyebrows and my head to kind of be like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find us a couple outfits here. So I'll, if you get some weird package in the mail, Scott, just disregard it. But get into it eventually, because we just gotta go for it, man. Fuck it.
Oh boy, that'll be quite the show. My coach was telling me today that he has a client that makes his phone go grayscale to help stop him from scrolling. It's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Mud flood and Tartaria evidence. A Sharpie will do the trick for the brows.
It'll probably
Okay,
work.
we
Yeah.
got 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes. We need to start. It's the last corner of the race here. So one thing, maybe what we'll do is for tomorrow. Oh, you know what? Just clicked in
Mm.
my head. I got called by work that I have to go to a mediation hearing for something that happened 2 years ago. But
2
I'm gonna
years
try and
ago.
get out of it. Yeah.
Well, so are you thinking of canceling or rescheduling, or what are you thinking for tomorrow?
No, I'm gonna fake an illness and leave. so that I can show up for you guys.
Nothing like and not only that, doing it on a public platform. I love it.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't post this one on YouTube.
Nothing a little editing can't fix, but
You might be by yourself tomorrow there, Ashby.
I
Are
can't do
you
it.
good yet?
Um, I can't carry this. Look at, we got a lovely group
Hey,
of people that have
hey, hey,
expectations.
hey, no, intervention right now.
Oh
I know
shit.
you were on the live with Jeff today. And what did he say? What did he say on that live?
Um, he
About I
said a
can't.
lot. Oh yeah, so my negative self-talk needs to stop. I'm glad you called me out, man. That's a fucking true friend. Mark says the Ashby show. No. Um, Ashby, you weren't wrong. ChatGPT 3.5 isn't as good as 4. I swore up and down, and I hate to like have y'all spending that extra money, but God, you can't even compare the two. It's yeah, and it's only because of that current market. So when I'm, trying to help somebody establish their niche or their path forward, those current stats help me a tremendous amount. I find ChatGPT 4 to be like a resource, like a true research tool, just the same as Google is, but it's even better and even faster. So
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just this whole new world.
It's like night and day 3.5 to 4.
Yeah, and Mel agreed too, and we had conversations about this too, Mel and I, and like it truly is like it's such a leap. And I've actually been really doing some research, and they say Chat GPT 5 is actually ready right now, but the human market is not ready for it quite yet. So crazy to think about where this is all going. It's nuts.
Yeah, and I heard that they're not even necessarily going to have like chatting interface. It might just be vocal, like talking
Yeah,
back and forth.
that's actually what I like about the Chat GPT app on my phone, where I just talk into it, and like it's turned into like, embarrassingly, it's one of my closer friends this week.
Uh, okay, Blue Castle, what do you do, Scott? I am in industrial health and safety. I get into cleaning and grocery haul videos, but I love the one channel with a challenge. This one channel with a challenge. My scrolling does goes dark with all the TikToks my kids send me, things I would not watch anyway. Um, it is Jackie doing $100 a day for 100 days. Ashby show. Yeah, Ashby, you weren't wrong. Chat GPT. Yeah, we talked about that. You also have loads of friends here to help you, Ashby. He
Yeah.
converted me. LOL. You got this, but you're not alone. He converted me too. You need to get into the affiliate with ChatGPT.
Apparently I do. I'm leaving some money on the table here. I appreciate you all though. Like I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And just I shared it a little bit in regards to the emails and stuff, but there's just so many different applications for it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's work to wind up things. Like it kind of had a very different feel tonight. Like it seemed like it was a little bit less energy, but we lots of comments, lots of interaction. So thank you from everyone. I kind of want to start asking you guys like what you want to get out of these too. Um, like one thing that I was kind of thinking about a little bit is talking a little bit more about like personal branding here over the next little bit because I
Oh,
think
sure.
that's something that I've actually talked about with all of my team members on my day job is like your personal brand is not what you think it is, it's what people think you are. So every interaction, everything you do, you're sort of chipping away and defining what that personal brand is. So I was thinking if people want to kind of dive down that a little bit more to help with whatever you might be working on, let us know. Let maybe in the here. So I'm not being lazy tonight. I will do the poll.
Yes. Do the fucking
And
poll.
so happy face, yes. Sad face, no for personal branding. We could talk about that tomorrow if I'm here. If not, Saturday. Um, we will let. Oh, my tripod just died.
Oh, mine did that yesterday. Because I use this It's like these 3-axis gimbal. It's like a robot tripod. Like these things are
Exactly.
nuts too. But anyway, mine did that yesterday. Yeah, down it went. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Do you
It's
have
gone.
the do you have the DJI one? Or man,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
stuff is just crazy. I
And
really
the
dig it.
and the microphone set too.
Yes, see, I got one on order because I really like those too, and especially if you're getting up and doing your whiteboard or whatever, then you got good sound whether you're facing it or not. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So now on that same note there, Scott, like I've talked, personal branding has come up in several conversations for me over the last couple of days. So definitely something I feel like it's and that to me is a fun topic. I think the branding and shit is like one of the funner sides of this. I enjoy that. I like designing logos and all that jazz. I think it's like the fun side for me.
Well, I think it was an overwhelming win for yes on personal branding. So
Yeah,
I, I'll come prepared to talk about that a little bit, and I'll talk to everyone the same way I would have talked to my team members at work because I think it helped them with helping them through their career decisions. So hopefully it'll help people here. But maybe, um, yeah, we're down to 8 minutes. I probably can't go down that road just yet. So I'll save that for when we talk about it.
okay, no, that's I think it's a good topic. Even Mark says here, like I don't really understand the branding, so definitely worth a conversation for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm changing my mind. We'll go down this road. So
Fucking do it. Go for it. Follow
maybe
your heart.
for anyone that's interested, like I think ground zero or a ground zero with personal branding is self awareness. And just in the comments below, no, I won't be lazy again. I will go poll. Okay, so sad face, you've never done a personality test. Sorry, happy face, you have done a personality test. Sad face, you have not. You've never done a personality test. Happy face, you've done them. Sad face, you have not. So it would be like Myers Briggs. There's so many different versions out there. And to me, that's the starting point for anyone to understand themselves better. Because if you don't understand yourself, how do you expect anyone else to? And you
That's
cannot, like, when we start talking about personal branding, everyone's building their brand in every moment. Like right now, Ashby, you're building your brand. Right
yeah,
now, I'm building my brand. Everyone in the comment section, you're building your brand because every action you take, you're carving the definition of who you are in someone else's eyes. So if you're going to do that and you want to be deliberate about it, don't you think you should know more about yourself, including your blind spots? Not just the stuff you know, but the stuff that you've tried to forget. You want to know everything about yourself and explore yourself, and it's an ongoing process. But if you're not doing that, you're just letting fate guide what your personal brand is in everyone else's eyes.
that's good, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, and sometimes getting some feedback from the outside world is a lot of help too when you have some people in your circle that are truly good friends that will not just tell you what you want to hear but tell you the goddamn truth how they see it, right?
Yeah, exactly, Ashby. And I want to build on that. You're bang on, but sometimes the people in your life care about you too much that they won't give you the feedback you actually need to hear.
That's true too, for sure. Yeah.
And really they're enabling you. So you need to find people in your life that are going to give you real feedback.
Yeah,
And as you're getting to know people, like it's it's a pretty courageous thing to do to empower someone that you're getting to know to tell you the truth.
yeah,
Does
yeah,
that make sense?
definitely. It absolutely does. Yeah. Yeah. It's sorry, I'm just reading what Britt had to say. That's where I come in. The harsh truth, friend. Yes. You and Britt on a live we're on this topic and she's like I could be that person to a fault, and I think you're a lot the same too. But you are a tactful individual, and I've shared this with you in conversations over the phone, that like you're that guy that can always, like, make a point or call me a dick without calling me a dick. Like you just have a nice way of getting everything across, right? So
Oh, you picked up on that.
yeah, well, I tend, I'm sure I missed a couple, but I got one or two of them for sure.
All right,
Microgreens Mike, what's going on, man?
let's rip through the comments because we're down to the last 4 minutes. But I think it would be great to know the journey of being full time back to work, making it happen. Okay, Jenna, ask ye and ye shall receive. If you guys didn't pick up on that yesterday, like I started a Twitter account just to kind of be like a notepad that I'm keeping track of what I'm doing too. So if anyone wants to know that handle, let me know. Okay, I'm getting all over the place again. Military is my sidetrack. That comes from Mark. Scott, some of my FYP, it's unhinged. I'll only answer if there's a poll. Heather's just calling me to task. Scott, you got the website up and running or sales funnel? Not yet, Blue, but it's coming right away. Anyone that was on the live this morning, I was actually pretty flattered. Mike was kind of shouting me out quite a bit just because we're working so closely together. I think it would be great to know. We already talked about that. Oh my God, you guys, everything Mike says, you don't need to start. Mike is in the house, but I don't really understand the branding. Okay, Mark, I got you. Just got done with a live webinar offer. How did that go, Mike? It's okay to go overtime. No, it's not, Blue. We do not go overtime here. It is from 5 to 6. Monday it starts at 6 and goes till 7, but we only do an hour. Done a few of my life. Okay, why am I not surprised? That's holy. You guys are in the comments tonight. That's where
I
I
love
come in.
it. Yeah, yeah, I
Harsh
dig it.
truth. We all need the one true friend to tell you the truth. Absolutely. And you know what though? Sometimes you become so close to someone that they can't tell you the truth. And it's their thing, not yours. But you need to recognize when those situations come up, because I think we all usually feel it when they're not telling you the truth. And that's when I kind of made my comment before, where you got to be courageous enough to remove the barrier for them. And it's not easy. I've softened my brutally honest side, just lovingly honest now. That's good, Jenna. Brutal was young to me. I'll sit in the mud with you, but I'll also tell you it's time to get up. That's a good way of looking at it, Britt.
That is Brit in a nutshell. Yep.
I heard that, Scott. That was awesome. Thanks, Mel. Got 3 to sign up. Mike got 3 to sign up.
3 conversions, Mike. Hey, Jenna, is there any way you can make some crazy sounds there? We can celebrate Mike's win here today. Good for you, Mike. That's deadly, brother.
There it is. Awesome. And anyone that hasn't yet, go check out Microgreens Business Coach. That's Mike. Microgreens Mike. And I'm pretty sure it's your partner, right? Your wife? They're running a microgreens business, and they've been on the lives and they've just been crushing it. So not only are they doing well with their business, but they're teaching everyone how to start their own microgreens business too. And you can see all the behind the scenes shooting of their content. It's pretty awesome what he's doing there. So go give him a follow and show him some support. Mel's out.
A different approach that I dig for sure. Yeah.
We're down to the last minute, man.
Did Mel say she's out? Mel, good to see you.
Mel's
Thanks
out.
for stopping in, every single one of you. I definitely appreciate you always stopping in and supporting. So thank you all for turning up, as always.
See you, Oprah, Tamara, and have a good night. I will talk to you tomorrow, Ashby.
That sounds real good. I'm looking forward to it, bud. Have a good night. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Ciao.